He admires dictators.
Hello, sports
wants
fans,
to be
and
a
welcome to the
dictator
Scott
on
Sports
day one,
101
according to
Monday night
himself. It is
football
well known that
post-game show.
he
Well,
can do whatever the hell
filling
he wants and go into
back,
Ukraine.
Jordan
It is
Mason
well
took
known that he
top
said
billing in a
when
game,
Russia went
hyped
into
as
Ukraine,
Aaron
it
Rodgers
was brilliant. It is
hyped
well
as
known he
Aaron Rodgers
exchanged
returned.
love letters
Mason
with Kim
ran for
Jong-un,
147 yards
and
and a
it is
touchdown
absolutely
in
well
place of the injured Christian
that these
McCaffrey.
dictators and
And the
autocrats are
49ers
rooting
spoiled
for
Rodgers'
you to be
comeback
president again
game with a
because they're so
32-19
clear
victory over the New York
that they
Jets on Monday Night
manipulate
Football
you
last night.
with flattery
The
and
former
fake
undrafted
news.
free agent
And that
overpowered
is
New
why
York's highly acclaimed defense
so many
with his
military
physical
leaders
running
who you
style,
have worked with have told me
helping
you
the
are a
Niners score
disgrace.
on 8 straight
That is why
drives.
we understand that we
And I
have to have
thought
a
he
president
runs
who is
like
not
he always does.
consistently weak
Coach Kyle
in one
Shanahan said, when you
special
get
service,
him
including the
the
importance
ball,
of
he
upholding
breaks
and
tackles, usually
respecting
gets
in
more than
highest regard
we
our integrity.
blocked
Vice
for
President
when
Harris, thank you.
we had the good lanes, and he always hit them and got a bunch. But JP was awesome today. He threw for 167 yards and one TD, and also had an interception exactly 52 weeks to the day after his debut with New York ended with a torn Achilles after 4 snaps.
It wouldn't have happened with me.
Rodgers had
Leaders of
problems
other countries think that they're
moving around in the pocket, but still showed off the arm that helped him win 4 MVPs with the Green Bay Packers a few times in his first real action for the Jets.
Deal that Russia's ever made. Nord Stream
A couple of throws I felt overall got
to Germany all over Europe.
Overall, I got the ball out pretty good, but there were some opportunities I'd like to have back. Mason made the most of his opportunities in his first career start. He had just 83 carries his first 2 seasons, but took advantage of being one of the few healthy backs for the Niners this summer to earn a larger role with McCaffrey's sore calf and Achilles still bothering him. His 28 carries were the most for any Niners player in a regular season game. In 13 years, he showed he can handle a full-time load. I'm really excited for him. Quarterback Brock Purdy said he earned it. He's the kind of guy where it's not given to him to see him go out and do what he did tonight. I'm so happy for him. Debo Samuel added to a 2-yard TD run, and Jake Moody made a franchise record, tying 6 field goals to lead the Niners to the win. Purdy threw for 231 yards with no touchdowns or turnovers against a Jets defense that guaranteed little pressure without a holdout edge rusher, Hassan Reddick. The Niners took control of the game around halftime. They got a field goal on a 12-play, 75-yard drive at the end of the first half and scored on Mason's 5-yard run on an 11-play 70-yarder to start the second half. He turned a 13-7 lead into a 23-7 lead advantage, with the Jets getting only one nail down snap during that stretch. Excuse me. That's a championship outfit, and they introduced us to some championship football. Jets coach Robert Saleh said. Rodgers then threw an interception on the next drive on a pass to Garrett Wilson that was deflected by Commodore Lenore into the hands of linebacker Demetrius Flanagan. Foles. Rodgers threw his first TD pass in 610 days when he took advantage of a free play when Leonard Floyd jumped out offsides to connect on a 36-yard strike to Alan Lazard that cut the deficit to 26-13. Lazard caught a second TD in the closing seconds from Tyrod Taylor after the game had already been decided. We expect greatness when we step up on the field, Rodgers said. there were moments that felt pretty good, but not sustained. I felt we could have. I felt we could just get a first. If we could just get a first down, we'd be rolling. But we had those three outs, which hurt us. I think a lot of stuff is correctable. Rodgers' second game with the Jets lasted much longer than his first, which ended with a season ending Achilles injury after just 4 snaps in 2023. New York went 3 and out on the opening drive this game with 2 handoffs and a drop pass by Lazar before a setback on the 4th snap. That was temporary, and that was temporary instead of a season-ending this time around. Rodgers' first completion as a Jet was caught by Breece Hall, who had the ball punched out by Fred Warner for a lost fumble that set up Niners' field goal. Rodgers got the Jets moving on the following drive, converting 3 third-down passes to Wilson to set up Hall's 3-yard TD run. Rodgers went 6 for 7 for 61 yards on the drive. New York didn't get another first down in the half and trailed 16-7 at the break. Now, Jets cornerback Michael Carter left with an ankle injury. 49ers McCaffrey was inactive after being listed as questionable because of injuries to his calf and Achilles. Left guard Aaron Banks left in the third quarter with a calf injury. And I thought this was close. The Jets fought back, but they could not get over that hurdle.
Here again, David Muir and Lindsay Davis. Welcome back to this historic ABC News presidential debate tonight. We're going to continue here.
And next week, this coming Sunday, the Jets will be in Tennessee to take on the Titans, and the Niners will be in Minnesota to take on the Vikings.
Vladimir Putin.
And now I'm going to give out the game balls.
That it's in America's best interest to do so, arguing that if Putin wins, he may be emboldened
they go to the 49ers.
into other countries.
Brock
You have said
Purdy,
you would solve this war in 24
19
hours.
of 29, carries the test for 31
Exactly
yards.
would you do that? And I want to ask you a very simple question.
Jason
Do you
Mason
want
or
Ukraine
Jordan
to win this
Mason,
war?
excuse me.
I want the war
Jordan
to stop.
Mason,
I want to say
28 attempts, 147 yards, 1 touchdown, and
people being killed.
Jawan
The
Jennings,
millions, it's the millions. It's so much
5
worse
receptions,
than the numbers that
64
you get,
yards.
which are fake
So
numbers. Look,
we had a lot of
for
action. This really was.
billion or more.
They fought back, but
Because they
it
don't
just
ask
wasn't enough.
Europe,
As
which is a much
San Francisco
bigger
beat the Jets,
beneficiary to getting this thing done.
it was 32-19, the final last night.
Less because
Santa
Biden
Clara
and you
Stadium
don't
in
have the courage to ask
Santa Clara,
Europe, like I
Levi
did with
Stadium in
NATO.
Santa Clara,
They
California.
paid billions and billions.
Well, I felt the
hundreds of
49ers
billions of
really
dollars.
came
What I
on
said,
hard that second
either
half,
you pay up or
even
we're
though they
not
played
gonna
well the
do
first half.
that.
But the Jets, they
This
just
could be one of the reasons
they had to really work
like
for their
as much
plays
as I
and
like the people.
their
Take a look at what's happening.
to really
They're
score
in for
those couple
250
touchdowns.
to
That those
275
3 touchdowns
billion.
they
They're
scored,
up to
the one in the
100
first
to
half and 2 in the
150.
second
They
half. But
should
we
be
do have,
forced
but
to equalize.
that's how it
With
is.
that
But
being said,
any team
I
can be
want
any
to get the
team
war
on any given
settled.
week.
I know Zelensky very well.
Thursday,
and I know
Sunday,
Putin
or
very
Monday.
well.
But now we got some great
Good
action for week
relationship,
2
they
coming up.
respect
Beginning with
your
Thursday night
president.
football, the
Okay,
Buffalo
they
Bills
respect
are in
you. They don't
Miami to
respect
take on the
Biden. How would
Dolphins.
you respect him? Why? For what reason?
Then we go
He
to
hasn't even
Sunday.
made a phone call in 2 years.
We got a
to
lot of
Pelosi,
action.
spoken to anybody. They
The
don't even
Las
try to
Vegas
get it.
Raiders are in
That is a
Baltimore taking
war
the
that's
Ravens. The
dying to be
Chargers are in
settled. I
Carolina
will get it settled
to
before
take
I
on the
even become
Panthers.
president. If I'm ready, when I'm president-elect,
The Saints
what
are in
I'll
Big
do
D to
is
take
I'll
on the
speak to one,
Cowboys
I'll speak to the other, I'll
at
get them
AT&T
together.
Stadium.
That war
The
would have never
Mayfield
happened.
and the
And in
Buccaneers
fact,
are
when I
in
saw Putin
Detroit to take
after
on the
I
Lions.
left,
Indianapolis is in
unfortunately,
Lambeau
it's
Field to take on the
country's gone
Green
to
Bay
hell.
Packers.
But after I left, when I saw
The Browns are in Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars, and I will
I
be
said,
on
oh,
location for that
he
one.
must be
I
negotiating.
will be
Must be a
at my
good
really good
start
friend
doing a
Matt Murphy's on
negotiation.
Sunday.
Well, it wasn't.
And
Biden
he
had
will be
no
my
idea
special
how to
guest
talk to him. He
on
had no
my
idea
Scott
how to
Sports
stop
101
him.
early
And
game,
now you have
Browns
billions of
NFL
people
early
there,
games
and
pregame
it's
show.
only getting worse.
So
And
I'm
it
looking
could
forward to
lead to
that. Stay
World
tuned
War
for that
III.
on
Don't kid
Sunday.
yourself, David.
And
We're
my
playing
Thursday
with
Night Football
World War
pregame
III, and we
post game
have a
show on
president
Thursday
that we
night.
don't even know if he's where is our
The
president?
49ers, as I said, are in
Secretary.
Minnesota
It's
taking on
just
the Vikings. Seattle's in
we campaign for
Foxborough to
Bill.
take on the Patriots.
Is he our president? But we have a president.
And
Mr. President
as
doesn't
I
know
said,
he's
the
alive.
Jets are in
Your time
Tennessee
is
to
up,
take on the
Governor.
Titans, and the
Just to
Giants are
clarify
in
your question.
Washington to take on the Commanders in the late afternoon games. The Rams are in Arizona to take on the Cardinals. The Bengals are in Kansas City to take on Mahomes and the Chiefs. And the final late afternoon game, the Steelers are in Denver to take on the Broncos. And Sunday Night Football, the Bears are in Houston to take on C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. And next Monday Night Football to wrap up week 2. The Atlanta Falcons are in Philadelphia to take on the Eagles.
You're not running against
and so that'll be a great game, and
I believe
Atlanta will look to bounce back from that loss.
That this war would be over.
That's just about going to wrap it up for the Sky Sports 101 Monday Night Football postgame show for Week 1. I'll be back with my Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show. And I'll give you my Thursday Night Football pick on that day, too. And then the postgame is going to follow after the game. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.
Days later, I went